everyone. Welcome to another episode of Epic Unwind, where I help you to transition into the evening. We have some fun. We look at an evening reflection. We pull a tarot card or two, and I help impart some relaxation into your day. And it's a place where we gather. So I'll wait till you guys trickle in. Hi, France. Hi, Andrea. Good evening. Welcome. So get comfortable. Get some tea. Get a nice blanket, sweater. Find a quiet space. Hi, Tanya. Good evening. Happy Friday, TGIF. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you're feeling well. So I'm going to start. I'm going to open up sacred space. Sacred space just meaning we're going to transition. So it's always nice to do some sort of ritualistic thing that signifies and symbolizes that we are moving from one energy into another. So we're going from a go, go, go and kind of a high vibration, high octane energy and moving into the night. So I'm grabbing a candle. I'm gonna light that with the intention that we're really washing away the day, washing away the week, really settling into our body and into our spirit and getting grounded and feeling good. So let's get right to it. Got my candle here, I'll put it so you can see it. So just really ground yourself, really sit nice and solid into the ground. Maybe you're in a chair, maybe you're on the couch, maybe you're right on the ground. Just try to sit up nice and tall, shoulders back. Just move your chin over top of your spine. So making sure that your chin isn't protruding, that's really sitting over top of your spine. Just take a couple nice deep breaths, relaxing the shoulders. Let's bring our palms up towards the ceiling, just opening up. We're going to take any excess energy, so do a little body scan. And just feel through your body if there's excess energy somewhere. So maybe you feel some vibration in your head. Maybe you feel a little knot in your stomach. So go and scan the body. Feel where you feel that kind of tension or anything that's sort of like knotted up. And we're just going to breathe into that area. So breathing into that part of the body. And on the exhale, really letting that go. And all the surrounding muscles. So if it's the head, relaxing the forehead, relaxing the jaw, relaxing behind the ears, really letting those muscles go. If you're feeling tension in the shoulders and the chest, really letting go of the biceps, really letting go of the shoulder muscles, allowing the elbows to really sink into the ground, allowing gravity to pull those arms down. If you're feeling it in the hips or in the tummy, relaxing the abdominals, letting the gut hang out. Let the belly just protrude, let the navel come forward. We're always trying to keep that area tucked in, and we're always so conscious of posture. So let's just let it go. Sink in. And now that we've unblocked some areas in the body, let's allow the breath to actually move entirely through the body. Let's start from above, so breathing in through above, coming all the way through the body, deep breath out through the pelvis and into the ground. Now we're going to breathe into the feet, through the legs, through the pelvis, from the ground, up through the torso, up through the head, and then breathing out through the crown. One more time from above, passing through the head, through the chest, down into the belly, out through the pelvis, and out through the legs. Last time, breathing in through the feet, in through the ground, passing through the hips, all the way up the tummy, up the chest, into the head, and breathing out through the crown. And just to symbolize and to signify to the body, if we're feeling uncertain, feeling stressed out, feeling some anxiety, or feeling just, maybe we're feeling great. Maybe we've had a really productive week. We feel exhausted, but we feel accomplished. We feel like a lot of good things happened. But now we want to transition. We want to get rid of the analytical mind. We want to really settle into our creative energy. We want to get into that zone where time is not a thing. We want to lose ourselves in the moment. So one way to do this is through our mantra. So our mantra, I'll say it for us. I am safe. I am protected. Breathing in, I am safe. Breathing out, I am protected. Feeling that solid energy, that anchor of energy in the hips. Sense of knowing, nothing to strive for, nothing to change, nothing to go get, nothing to hunt, nothing to gather. Signaling to the body, to the spirit, to the mind especially, I am fine here. I am fine here. Just bring our fingers together, wiggle our toes a little bit. Keep that breath in and out, nice and steady, and slowly open up your eyes. Nice. That's how we get settled. That's how we find ourselves again. All right, so today, what I wanted to do with us is I wanted to do two things. One, we're going to do a tarot pull for sure. And the second thing is I thought we would start implementing what's called a sleep tip. So I'll leave you each night with a tip, something that you can be really practical about and use immediately before you go to bed. And it'll be based in science, it'll be based in spirituality, it'll be a tip, something that you can actually action or something that you can actually do to better your sleep today. So let's pull a tarot card, then I'll give you the sleep tip, and then we'll be on our way transitioning into the evening hours. Okay. So for tonight's tarot pull, I'm going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot deck by Kim Kranz, Brooklyn artist and spiritual guru. Did this deck. It was gifted to me by my dear friend Camille, who I've done retreats with, who is my resident New Yorker, and she's in upstate New York right now. They just bought land up there, so I'm super happy for her. I was gonna say jealous, but I just got grounded, so I'll say happy for her, because I really am. But I am really craving the forest. I just got back from Chelsea. We just walked a trail. I don't even know if that was a good idea, because man, I want to be out in the forest. But, in due time. All right, with that, let's pull a tarot card. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to, I don't want to pull just one. So I'm going to pull two because I feel like either one of the two cards is going to speak to you. And this is good, just as a reminder, this is good for everyone who's involved right now in the present. So your energy's swirling around right now, but it's also going to include anyone in the future, anyone who stumbles upon this video in the future. This will still be relevant to you. You've come here for a reason, so this will still be relevant to you. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is I want you to kind of ground yourself, close your eyes, and maybe you have a really specific question. So what is that question that you have? And the more specific you can be, the better. And so you can say it out loud, or you can say it to yourself, or you can just think it. So if you have a specific question, as I'm shuffling the deck, I want you to think of that question. And if you don't have a specific question, then the question I'd like you to ask is, just show me what I need to see. Show me what I cannot see. And the card will be revealed to you. So I'm going to pull two different cards, and then you're going to feel out whether it's number 1 or number 2, and that's going to be your card, and I'll read both of them, and your answer will lie within there. Okay, here we go. Just going to clean the energy from these guys. Okay, close your eyes if they're not already. Ask your question. All right. So I'll show you the cards, and then you tell me, or you won't tell me, but you'll keep it to yourself which one is your card. So this one here is card number 1, and this is here card number 2. Feel with your body, be inside your body. Which one is your card? Don't think about it. Gut reaction. Which one feels heavier? That's the one. Okay? All right. So, card number 1. Father of Pentacles. So look how strong that deer is, that buck. Nice colorful antlers, pentacles, symbolizes the earth, bounty, father, leader figure. Okay, and there's some sort of like, it looks like a mushroom trip happening with all those lines behind him. So there's like a vortex of some sort. Okay, Father of Pentacles, what do you have to say to my dear friends here? Okay, so it represents steadiness and entrepreneurial spirit. So the Father of Pentacles is a steady, gentle man. Upon first meeting, he can almost seem dull because of his extremely calm temperament. But underneath is an incredibly passionate man who prioritizes the stability of his job, family, and home. He's entrepreneurial and diligent at work, a true pleasure to know. So the symbols here are steady, gentle, and so dullness. So if you're having this sense of like things are dull, things are boring, things are or if you just don't feel lively yourself, it's because of the calm temperament. So the calm temperament doesn't mean nothing's happening. It means that there's a settledness. A father, when we think of a father figure in any sense, we think of sort of like resting on his laurels in a sense of wisdom. Doesn't have to necessarily be exuberant or gregarious. If you think about the court cards, or if you think about, a monarchy, it's the jester and the joker that's always trying to get the attention. But the thing is he has no power, right? It's the queen and the king and the prince and the princess, right? They're the ones with the power. So ones with the power stand back. So when you have power, you sit back, you're calm, you observe, you're gentle, steady. So can be perceived as being dull or perceived as sort of like not doing much. But that's not necessarily true. It's the stability and creating safety for those around him that is his work. Okay, cool. Anything else I can tell you about this if you ask a specific question? So the lesson here could be, maybe, looking underneath the veil. So not taking something just for face value, and really seeing the truth in something. So just because, he looks dull, but he's got this technicolor antlers, right, going on, and he's got, wealth and stability and steadiness, and entrepreneurial means getting things done. I mean, entrepreneurial is all about creation, delivering, and keeping all the balls in the air, right? So, don't take things for face value. Just because things don't seem like they're moving doesn't necessarily mean that they're not moving. Or just because someone seems calm or dull doesn't mean there's not a lot of passion there. So that's the lesson with that card. Okay, next one. Card number 2. Ooh, swords card. 2, 4, 5 of swords. Look at that. Okay. So no color in there whatsoever. It looks like there's a mirror effect. We've got 2 swords here with some sort of string or a worm cut in 2. So kind of like a Gemini factor going on there. Let's see. I've never pulled this card, to my knowledge. Okay. Card of warning. So this symbolizes self-destruction. So the 5 of Swords depicts the destruction of the self. You'll be lured into another situation or argument you know to avoid. Your selfishness and desire for power will lead you to defeat. Pain and discord will result. Wow, that's intense. It doesn't give me anything else. So we will have to read into this a bit. So, yeah. So it looks like a worm or a cord cut completely in half. Self-destruction by its own self. You'll be lured into another situation or argument you know to avoid, or there's a path that is luring you. There's an option that is luring you. There's thoughts, there's feelings, there's an old pattern coming up, there's an old person resurfacing, there's a tendency that you're thinking about something, an old time, an old way. You're being nostalgic about things that actually used to hurt you, but you forgot that they hurt you. And then there's an element of selfishness and desire for power. So you're not necessarily feeling through. So there's an ego thing going on. You're holding on to something. You're acting in an ego-centric place. So you may not be hearing or seeing all the signs. So that's really important about the ego, is the ego doesn't allow us to really look for truth. We look for evidence to move us forward, but we move forward in the wrong way. So we move towards money, we move towards power, we move towards severing ourselves. Okay, so what I'm getting from this card is when we move towards ego and we move towards power, we sacrifice, we are seduced to potentially hurt ourselves. So as much as we're trying to move ahead, we self-destruct. So a very simple situation that this card could be talking about, I'll bring it to health, is like, desire for power or selfishness could just mean you want what you want when you want it. There's an entitlement, or you're wanting to make a move no matter what, but you're not really weighing all what you really want inside, what your heart is telling you. And so you're not reading the signs properly, and so it's going to end up hurting yourself. You're going to end up hurting yourself. And when it says here, you'll be lured into another situation, the thing is you've been here before. There's a pattern going on. There's a cycle. And being lured means you're seduced. There's something in that cycle that actually hooks you. And it's not truth, it's ego. So if you are operating out of guilt, you're operating out of shame, you're operating out of saving face or looking a certain way to someone or people, but it's a lie, the best thing is to recognize this. So this card is coming before this happens. It's warning you of that. So take note. Okay. Awesome. Pretty powerful cards today. Father of Pentacles and Five of Swords. All right. Cool. All right. So, I'm feeling like I need to pull one more card, which is just a message for all of us. What's a sweet sleep message that the universe has for us? So just an evening reflection card. It'll help us transition into the weekend, transition into the night. Okay, it's right here. Okay, here's our card, guys. The star. Beautiful star, all Technicolor. Yeah, I know. Okay, I'll read it to you. I had to move that dark energy. It's good. It's never going to tell us what we want to hear. It's going to tell us what we need to hear. Okay, the star, where are you? Here we go. Hope and peace of mind. This is your card for the evening. What you need to focus on right now, okay? Standing outside on a dark night, you gaze up at the stars and sense the glimmers of wonder and hope. Even though you can't find concrete answers to life's many questions up there in the sky, you can't help but feel comforted and renewed. Such is the energy of the star card. It is not about actions or situations. It's simply about connecting to the part of you that is hopeful and serene. This force will bring light back into your life and infuse you with positivity. A lovely card. Well, a lovely card indeed. And so guess what? This is the antidote to any kind of unsettledness, the ego being fired up, having these self-destructive patterns or thoughts or feelings. Focus on the peace of mind. Feel comforted and renewed by looking up at nature and being in nature and connecting to the part of you that is hopeful. There's a part of all of us that's hopeful and serene and is full of love. So let's connect there and decide to focus on that as we move into sleep tonight. Okay, my sleep tip for you this evening is very simple, but might be hard for some of you, or maybe it's never occurred to you. My sleep tip for all of you this evening is getting all of technology out of the room, the bedroom. So if you even rely on your alarm on your phone, just putting it outside the door and hooking it up to an outlet just outside your bedroom door and having the alarm, if you need it or have to have it, a bit louder, just removing the EMFs, the electromagnetic fields that come from your phone, because emails are coming in and Facebook's updating itself all the time and texts might be coming in overnight. And so that's dinging your phone. There's electromagnetic fields coming into your room, and we know that it disrupts sleep, or it can potentially disrupt sleep. And also, too, they've done studies on just people who have their phones in plain view, and there's a low-grade anxiety that the phone will go off, that the phone has, we have to check an email, that we have to check a text. So if it's in the vicinity, we have this low-grade anxiety that's happening in our system, even when we're trying to relax. So as we move into the evening, even I suggest, keep your phone in your office space. Keep your phone where it is in line with that kind of energy. Therefore, if you're going to go and check your email, you're going to the part of the house that is meant for work. And so there's a clear distinction between, okay, this area signals to my nervous system. When I enter this room, there's no technology in here, there's no emails to check. This is a safe room to just relax and be in peace. And then when I move my energy, I move my body into another part of the house, then it's meant for other things, I go to the kitchen, it's for food. I go in the bedroom, it's for sleep. I go into my office, that's for work time. And so your energy will shift if you train it to shift appropriately, which means you gotta keep those things separate. You know how it feels. Everyone's been there. You've been sick with the flu, or you've been sick, get your wisdom teeth out or something. You start eating in your bed, you start checking emails in your bed, and you're just like, this bed has to go. I will sleep outside. There's just this, it doesn't feel good when you're doing everything out of one space. And so the bedroom is for sleeping. The bedroom is for serenity. And so let's keep the tech out of the bedroom. And if you already are doing that, is there any way you can take it up a notch? Can you even make it so the phone is not within view if you keep the door open at night or something, right? How more serene or techless can you make that room? That's my sleep tip for you this evening. My heart's full for all of you. Thanks for joining me this evening. Happy Friday. Have a beautiful night's sleep. And I'm so happy that we were able to do this together. Have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Bye, guys.